Hey guys, and welcome to a new pen to film tutorial. And as you can probably tell, I have a cold, and at the moment it's at the worst point it's ever been. But let's carry on with the video. It's a Friday and it's 3 in the morning, but I will get this video out to you guys. So in this tutorial I'm going to be covering compressors. I know you might be thinking that I've already done compressors, but this is just pretty much a general compressor. It's not telling you how to compress vocals, drums, guitar, whatever. It's pretty much about the compressor and only about the compressor. How to choose it mainly in this tutorial. Right, I have recorded a snippet of me singing 10 minutes ago whilst I have this cold. So I'm going to play it to you so you can get your ears adjusted, and hopefully it doesn't put you off the video too much. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. Yeah, I know it sounds a bit crap, but deal with it. Right, so now let's go over the 3 compressors that I'm going to be showing you in this tutorial. I have the LA2A, the SSL Comp, and the PuigChild 660. All very well known compressors, or at least the hardware versions are really well known. You've got the LA2A, which is really famous. This one was modelled after Chris Lord Alge's version of hardware compressor in his studio. And then we have the SSL Comp, which is found on pretty much all SSL mixing boards. And then we have the PuigChild, which is modelled after the FairChild 660. Again, a really vintage and very famous compressor. Now these are all plugins from Waves. You can pick it up on their store. It's a bundle, or you can buy them all separately. I'm not sure how that's going to work out in cost, whether it's cheaper to buy them all separately or in a bundle. I'm assuming the bundle is going to cost less than buying everything in it. So, the CLA2A. As I mentioned before, this tutorial is focusing more about the different sounds of the compressors. So, here are the 3 compressors that I have activated on this track. So as you can all see, they are quite vintage looking, which they are. So each compressor you use is going to have a different tonal quality. It doesn't matter if they're hardware or plug-in, they're all going to sound slightly different. That is no exception for these 3. Even the stock Digi compressor, whatever it's called, has a tonal quality. It's something that you just can't get round. There are some compressors out there which claim to be completely transparent, but if you listen really closely with amazingly accurate monitors, you will hear some sort of difference. So less chat because my throat is now really killing me, and now let's play some of these clips. So first I'm going to start off with the CLA2A, and then I'll describe to you what I'm hearing, but you may not because of whatever. So let's just listen to this quickly and get to it. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. So you can hear, well, I can hear that it's pushed up the lower end quite a bit more in my singing. Of course, the nasally sound of my cold has come through a lot more than it originally was in the uncompressed version. So the CLA2A brings up some of the warmth and makes it more rounded on the bottom end. So that's a good thing of a compressor. Now let's move on to the FairChild. This one right here. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. Now this one's a bit more tricky to describe what I'm hearing. To me, it's got that rounded bottom end of the LA2A, but it's also bringing up some of the high end, really tiny amounts. But in the high end, it's just coming through a bit more crispier than it usually is. which again would be a nice trait for sort of an intimate sort of singer-songwriter sound. So you get the high end just cutting through that mix ever so slightly, but then you've also got the warm end to help support the vocal. Now let's move on to my favourite, the SSL compressor. Now let's have a listen to this. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. I would walk through wind and rain to find you. Now, this one isn't really helping me today, because this one I trying to mix found and find there, this one I find sort of brings up the nasal frequencies of a vocal, especially my vocal, and especially today when I have a cold, and that's what my voice sounds like anyway. The SSL really does push up those frequencies, the more nasally ones. When the vocal track's on its own, it's really obvious to hear that, but when it's in a dense mix, it really helps the vocal push through more. So that's it for this tutorial. I'm really sorry about the cold, and I know it's a bit rushed, this one, but I'm trying to save my voice because it is really killing me. So thanks for watching this tutorial. Any suggestions, comments or requests, leave them in the comments below. If you like this video and you want to see more, don't forget to hit subscribe and visit the channel. But don't forget, I have 2-minute tips coming every Sunday for the next month or two, depending if you guys like it. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next tutorial next Friday. Goodbye.